last 20 years, if you've turned on the radio to listen to the Harrisburg Senators, you've heard Terry Byrom. And as Fox 43's Lauren Bradford explains, at the end of the 2025 season, that will all change.
After 2 decades in the booth, Byrom will be retiring. Before he hangs it up for good, I was able to sit down with him to learn more about what it's like to be the voice of the Senators.
Baseball on a Thursday afternoon.
When Terry Byrom realized professional baseball wasn't in his future, he set his sights on a different way to work at the ballpark.
When I was a kid, the players weren't that big of a deal. It was really the radio broadcaster for the Giants. That's who I grew up following. That's the guy that I really wanted to meet. When I was a young kid, listening to the games, I really connected with those guys. It's something that I would love to have done when I was younger. It didn't happen until I was 39, but I'm happy that it happened.
20 years and 19 seasons ago, after another life lived, Terry got the call to come to Harrisburg.
Knock on the door and say, "Do you need a radio guy?"
Putting on the headset and flipping the on-air switch has become second nature for the voice of the Senators.
The 3-2 pitch. It's up and in, ball 4. And the Senators have scored the go-ahead run. You have this opportunity that you're conveying everything, and you can kind of have your personality come out. And that's the part that I like the most, is that I can goof off.
Keeping things casual, Terry strays from the statistics, favoring a more descriptive experience, influenced by a special group of listeners that he's had from the start.
There were some people that listened to me in the very beginning that were blind. And I thought about them. And I thought about, okay, how am I going to call this so that they understand what's happening and make it enjoyable? I think that's always been my goal, is just to not talk at people, but maybe talk with them.
Throughout his time with the Senators, Terry's had the chance to be a part of some of the organization's most memorable moments.
The first night that Steven Strasburg started here, it was our second home game in the revamped ballpark in 2010, and that night was a kind of a rock show feel.
But with the highs come the lows of a grueling minor league baseball schedule.
For a lot of people, this is their dream job. And so it's hard to then say, hey, this is really hard, right? But before 2020, we had 9 off days a season.
After all those days spent on the road, Terry decided he's ready to come home, with 2025 marking his last season in the booth.
When you hear from retired players, while they talk about missing the competition, they also miss just the camaraderie, the hanging out, the being with in that atmosphere, being with people that there's this common thread. That's what I'll miss. I'm Terry Byrom. We're saying goodbye for this afternoon, and the Senators win 4-2 here on ESPN 96.5, 95.3, and 1400. That's it.
Terry will finish out this season before handing over the reins to his current broadcast partner and Central PA native, Frankie Vernowski.